The fourth episode starts where the third episode ended. Miss Minute shows Ravana the truth, which she was talking about earlier. Ravana fought for He Who Remains, about which we got to hear in the episode 1. After the war, He Who Remains sends Ravana to TVA and orders Miss Minute to erase her memory. Ravana gets very angry to know this. She not only fought but was also the commander of the team. She says what they did by themselves, and they don't need to listen to anyone anymore. Victor reaches TVA and starts looking around. Loki, Mobius, explains to him why he was brought here. Meanwhile, Judge Gamble tells B-15 that General Dox loves TVs as much as they do. If she is convinced, then she will definitely work with them. Loki takes Mobius, Sylvie, and Victor to O.B. A funny incident happens here. Victor is a big fan of O.B., as he learned everything from O.B.'s guidebook. On the other hand, O.B. says he learned from a great scientist named Victor Timely. Here, the egg came before or the chicken situation arises. O.B. tells them his plan. One of them needs to go through the passage with the Throughput Multiplier and load it into the launcher. Then press the green button to launch toward Loom. This will link it to Loom. As a result, the Loom rings will be larger, and the branch handling capacity will increase. Now the question is, who will go? Loki, Mobius, no one wants to go because the temporal radiation is too high. B-15, on the other hand, convinces Dox to work with them. But shortly after she leaves, Ravana and Miss Minute arrive there. Ravana asks everyone to work with her. She promises X5 to let him live his own life in the sacred timeline if he helps her. But Dox and his team don't agree with Ravana. Only X5 agrees. Ravana kills everyone with the time cube. Miss Minute enjoys very much seeing them die. B-15 goes and is shocked to see their dead bodies. No one's tempad functions properly. Miss Minute hacks everything and takes everything under her control. When Victor goes to eat hot chocolate, X5 scares him and takes him to Ravana. Ravana wants to know where he hid the multiplier. Victor keeps wasting time saying this and that. O.B. realizes that Miss Minute and Ravana are doing these things. They run to look for Victor but can't find him. B-15 comes and tells everyone about the death of Dox and his companions. O.B. says his device is ready, but without the help of Victor's aura, he can't open the blast door. Loom's condition gets worse. Miss Minute started hacking and controlling even the elevator. Sylvie was stuck inside the elevator. Sylvie tells Loki to use the stairs. Everyone starts running around. Loki runs with a timer in hand. But we understand that this Loki is not the present Loki. This one is the Loki who time slipped from the past that we saw in episode 1. Loki hears the phone ringing. Sylvie opens the lift and asks Loki to come. But the current Loki prunes him. Now we get to know who pruned Loki in episode 1. Loki receives the phone call. This leads us to answer the second question, who was calling? It was O.B. Loki tells O.B. that Miss Minute is hacking everyone and delaying their work. O.B. says he can reboot the system to stop her. But as a result, TVA's safety system will be removed. The dampener that prevents magic in TVA will also go away. Loki and Sylvie shout together and tell O.B. to reboot the system. O.B. reboots the system, and as a result, Miss Minute goes offline. In the war room where Ravana and X5 trapped Victor, the power fluctuates too much. X5 goes outside to see what happened. Sylvie possesses him. He enters the room and prunes Ravana. Loki and Sylvie take Victor to the O.B. O.B. matches Victor's aura and unlocks the blast door. O.B. asks, who will go? Loki says, he will go. But Victor refuses and says that he will go. If there is any problem with the machine, he will be able to fix it. Loom's condition gets worse. Victor quickly prepares himself. But Victor's body immediately turns into noodles and evaporates after coming in contact with the Loom's radiation. Everyone inside was shocked. The Loom can no longer hold so many branches and finally explodes. Episode 4 ends here.